Bro, dude. Okay, so this chapter, straight up, hype. Like, that right there is the perfect way to describe this chapter. Like, that God sled right there at the end of this chapter when Luffy just punches Doffy down with fucking air pressure. Yo, dude, dude, my God. Like, I just want to go into what that ending final move actually meant. Now, I'm going to assume, I personally don't believe Doffy is down yet. I don't really believe that man is down yet. I think he has probably one last thing he's going to do before he is officially down. I really do. So, before I get into that, thing is, okay, with the final attack with Luffy at the end of this chapter, he uses God Sled with his Gear 4. And he hits Doffy straight to the face with air pressure, knocks him down. You see the buildings fucking crash and crumble. He hits the damn ground, and you see his glasses just shatter. And I'm like, oh my God, stop teasing me, Oda, with the eyes. I want to see Doffy's eyes. He keeps teasing that shit. But getting back on point, okay? I like the correlation of the name of Luffy's attack with Doffy because, as we know, Doffy is technically considered like a god. Like, you know how the Celestial Dragons consider themselves gods, and God's natural enemy is the D's, the family D. And to see how Luffy took down one of these gods with an ability called God Sled, yo, that's badass. Straight up badass. You gotta love the correlation with how Oda did that in this chapter. So, the ability's name is very fitting. It's very fitting for the finale of this fight, but I still don't believe the fight is officially done, because for Oda to show the glasses breaking, I feel like Doffy has one more trick up his sleeve. He's probably going to remove the birdcage and do something else and then fight. But at the moment, from what we can see though, mad fucking hype. Because what just happened in this chapter was badass. Because it was straight up what we've all been expecting for a while now. Getting to see, you know, Luffy versus Doffy, the final fight, going at each other, beating the fucking shit out of each other. And then seeing in this chapter with Luffy just coming in with that dude, that fucking God Sled, and wrecking him straight down. Oh my God, man. I just cannot get over the great artwork in that. Like, straight up, the artwork in that fucking panel with God Sled, damn, Oda, on point, fucking on point, seriously, straight up on point. So, as you can see, I am very hyped up from this chapter of One Piece, because some of the events in this chapter was just freaking great. Like, I mean, you gotta like Gear 4, how Luffy goes into Gear 4. If you have the flashbacks with Rayleigh, and you just get to see some things of how he talks about a new move that's stronger than, you know, the Punch Man. And to see how that was done in this chapter, I fucking love it. You gotta love Oda, how he hypes up some of this stuff like this. Now, personally, like I said, I don't know if this is the conclusion of the fight or not. I mean, it's fitting. It's a fitting way to finish the fight between Doffy and Luffy, but I don't think this is the finale, because there's just way too much still, I guess. There's like too many expectations with Doffy at the moment, because, I mean, with his glasses shattered, I feel like he's going to have 1 second win, get up, and then probably fall to Luffy. I mean, he probably has one more good attack in him. Oh yeah, there's one thing I want to actually say real quick. I saw on this past week on Monday, One Piece made it and had like one of the best-selling manga series ever of all time, like a Genesis world record. That just, damn, good job, One Piece. I actually want to mention that real quick, just give my compliments to Oda, just to be able to accomplish something like that with One Piece. It just goes to show you how many really love One Piece to be able to sell that well, especially over these many years. You really got to give that accomplishment to Oda. I mean, if you were a writer and you were in that situation where you were announced like to be in a Guinness World Record of like really selling a lot of your copies and most printed and stuff, you'd probably be fucking happy. And I'm glad Oda gets the respect he deserves. So getting back on point with the chapter though, thing is, though, you gotta like how the little individual build up to this chapter with all the fighting was going on. It was a very hype chapter with a lot of great things going on in it, along with the ending conclusion. I will have to see how it goes next week. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, how do you feel about this week's chapter of One Piece? Did you enjoy it? How did you feel about that epic-ass artwork? Please be safe. Chibi out.